Welcome back to HoI3. I'm Captain Yellowfin, and we are in a Germany campaign on hard AI, and that is a HPP setting, not the vanilla game settings. And it is spring of 1940. We are about a month, maybe a bit less than a month into our spring offensive against France. And we are having a couple of issues. We also launched an offensive against Denmark, which went pretty smoothly, no complaints there, and against Norway, which is another big problem. Norway, we managed to land 2 divisions in Narvik and 2 divisions in Trondheim out of a planned 9 divisions. 3 divisions were supposed to land in Oslo, and 2 divisions were supposed to land in Bergen. Here. Now, we were involved in some difficult naval battles, namely here, but also off the Norwegian coast and in the North Sea. Our surface fleet is quite damaged, took a bit of damage. But we didn't lose a single ship, which is quite amazing to me. And we managed actually to sink, I believe, a total of about 6 enemy ships or flotillas. I think there was a heavy cruiser and 3 light cruisers and 2 destroyer flotillas. Maybe it was only 1 destroyer flotilla and not a light cruiser, and some submarines, I'm not sure, but that's about the extent or the size of our success. So that's actually very good. I'm very happy about that. However, we did lose 1 infantry division. It didn't make it in the landing here, and we only barely managed to evacuate the 1st Infantry Division and the 17th and the 2nd Mountain Division. I believe it was the 96th Infantry Division under, I don't remember his name. There was another Hartmann, I believe. General Lieutenant Hartmann. Unfortunately, didn't make it back with the transports. Some of the transports are in Hamburg. They did take a bit of damage. Let's see if we can prioritize them for reinforcement, so we can get them back up. And the other transports are here. They are supposed to return to Hamburg. The solution for Norway, in my opinion, is not to change the plan of basically. We're not going to attempt any more landings, because now we can't use our fleet to cover our landings. So what we have to do is we have to sneak in more divisions directly into the ports that we're currently holding, and we have to do that fast before we get any more problems here. Hopefully the Allies won't insert their own divisions, because otherwise we'll be in a pretty tough spot. That's the plan basically for Norway. Now, and let's take care of these battle plans quickly. So this plan is Antilope. Let's switch it off and can it be moved? So it isn't the current plan anymore. It isn't a historical, but we can get rid of Schnicke. Right. So Antilope didn't work. Now we'll plan quickly a new one. Make sure we have the right color. So primarily, of course, we need to defend the landing zones that we do have. And once we have that, we will land more divisions, and we will land the divisions in Trondheim. There are two advantages. The first is it's closer, so our transports don't have to sail that far. And the second is we can be quicker. And the third is we're closer to Oslo, which is basically Oslo and I apologize, Bergen are the main objectives. So I see a need to capture Bergen and Oslo. And Trondheim is secondary there. We should just hold off, and eventually we'll have time to close or to take control of the territory in between as well. So I think that's basically what it comes down to. So more divisions will ship, I'd say, about 5 divisions into Trondheim. That'll hopefully take care of the Norwegian offensive of Antilope. And oh, did I add this to Schnecke? That was not my intention. Let's see. Should be a separate plan. Okay, let's try this again. And this new plan will be called let's call it I'm not sure. Do we have other animals? What's a good animal? Let's call it Robbe, which translates to seal. I think that's fitting for Norway. Let's redraw our plans quickly. So we'll need to defend perimeters that we hold. And then we need to attack out of Trondheim towards Bergen and towards Oslo. And secondary objectives would then be the remaining portion here and in the north. Okay. Let's save Robbe. All right. Now here we have another problem. So the attack on France is phased into 3 phases, Schnecke 1, 2 and 3. which translates to Snail 1, 2, and 3. Of course, these names are ironic, or were supposed to be ironic, but they turn out now to be rather accurate in so far as we haven't managed to secure the objectives in Schnecke 1, which was Amsterdam, Den Helder, and Den Haag, which increasingly becomes a problem because where Schnecke 2 succeeded, we would actually now be in a very good position to execute Schnecke 3, which is the attack on Paris, and which should secure the fall of France. Now, because we're still involved, or we're still fighting in the Netherlands and in the west of Belgium, we don't actually have the necessary units, numbers to keep pushing here. I have 8 armor divisions, 2 more in this province, and we still have about 200 kilometers to go to Paris. I agree that terrain is a bit easier overall, although there is more woods in between. But we definitely need more divisions than these 8 armor divisions, and yeah, I'm able to pull in a bunch of infantry divisions, but I don't think we have enough, and then we need to surround Paris probably. And if we check out our plan for France, that's this one, Schnecke 3. We actually have 2 offensives. One is directed at Troyes and designed to, or intended to, cut off French reinforcements to Paris, and one is directed at Paris directly. So at this point it is unclear, or I think it's rather clear that I don't have the necessary numbers, and I would have the numbers if I could free the First Army, I believe, which is tasked with the Dutch objectives. First Army has 16 divisions. That would be quite nice to secure the flank here. So now the question is, what do we do? One idea would be to secure our position here and deal with the Dutch quickly, and then only continue with Schnecke 3 once Schnecke 1 is completed, because that was the original plan. However, if we do that, we allow time for France and its allies to move units, and as we can see here, that's what they are doing. They've already moved away quite a number of divisions from the Maginot Line here. So this is already ongoing. And if we stop Schnecke 2 now and don't initiate Schnecke 3, they will be able to move in a lot of divisions and cause plenty of problems. Probably that will necessitate a revision of plans here again. So that's an issue. But it is clear we need to deal with the Dutch problem. So maybe let's deal with that first. And then we'll decide what to do about Schnecke 3, the attack on Paris. So here I was thinking we are moving in additional units. This is the 11th Corps. It's basically part of 6th Army, so they are supposed actually to move on, in theory. This belongs, the 21st Infantry Division belongs to the 1st Army, so it shouldn't really attack here. It should actually be over here. We'll pull it out of the fight. We'll move it this way. The 5th Army is sort of a reserve army for the attack. There is an additional infantry division. I have a corps of infantry that I've, similar to the French, I've taken it off the Maginot Line, or the German counterpart. So I think they should come to the rescue in Netherlands. I think with an additional corps of infantry we can actually do what we want to do. And then here I was thinking of forming an additional armor corps. We already have the divisions ready, because we do have one motorized division, one armor division, another motorized division, and somewhere there should be an additional armor division. There are 2 armor divisions here, 2 motorized divisions. So it will actually all come under the command of Lieutenant General List. Let's do that. All these divisions are pretty deorganized because we've been attacking relentlessly around Amsterdam. Another idea that I had was to focus the Air Force efforts around Amsterdam until we've dealt with the Dutch, basically. Okay, so we've attached all these to the 3rd Army Corps, and we'll rename this one the 3rd Panzer Corps, because that's what it is. That's what it is now. The other 2 are they've pushed past Brussels, and the 3rd Panzer Corps will be tasked with I think we should use it to basically to take care of the surroundings of Amsterdam, and then the infantry can attack into the city. We also have additional divisions moving in, one of which is deorganized, but I think success should still be possible here. Okay, So that's the reorganization here. Now let's see, we have a smart organization here. We have an extra infantry division. This one, it isn't attached to a corps but to the army. But as far as I can tell, all the corps are full. Maybe an additional corps headquarters wouldn't be a terrible idea. The 5th Corps is moving in, so we'll attach the 5th Corps to the 1st Army. Okay. 5th Corps is moving in to support around Amsterdam. Now we also said we should focus the Air Force efforts around Amsterdam. Let's see, we have ground attack here. I don't think they have the range. What is we are being bombed in Dortmund still, but it's not too bad. Of course, there are many aerial battles going on. Our medium bombers are being attacked over Brussels currently, and our naval bombers over the coast of Holland. I think I've ordered them to convoy attack to reduce the supplies. We have to think about this because right now we don't have any aerial support in Norway, although we do have 2 air bases. So it might actually not be the worst idea to use some support there. The question is, how fast can we get in any support? These ships, these transports are only about to leave Norway, so it will take some time to arrive in Hamburg. We can create a full force, or we can create a flotilla of 4 transports with full, or more or less full strength. We have 3 here, 3 ships at 100%, and 1 at 95%. They would be able to carry 160, which would we have 3 divisions. This one is a garrison. We'll leave this one here, but we have 2 here and 2 here. An additional 1 division would be nice. There is 1 here. We have more infantry divisions, so we can pull off the border. We'll have to think about that. Or this one. We could actually take this one. This one will be closer. Yeah, we need to coordinate all these efforts. In terms of Air Force, I'm not sure. Close air support. A small air fleet. This one still pretty damaged. We could eventually move it to Norway. We have some interceptors on reserve in Hanover. These are pretty damaged. In Euskirchen. They are flying. Let's stop doing that for now. We have naval bombers in Denmark. They could definitely be used to reinforce Norway. Transports are not relevant at this point, unless this will take a while. Yeah, they're still at 50%. We could use the airborne infantry eventually to reinforce Norway, but they will only be ready in July, so that's... I hope by then Norway isn't a problem anymore. We have more hunters in Cologne. Close air support in Frankfurt. Hunters on the north coast, but they are busy. We could use them for ground attacks, maybe. Not in Amsterdam. Yeah, actually yes. They could, or they could provide air superiority. That's okay. That's one option. We have more naval bombers here. These are just involved in an air superiority mission, so we already have some. And then we have this tactical bombers, or the medium bombers, but they are now attacking in... Where are they? They are over Brussels. So we would have to focus them around where are they based? They are based in Münster. Is this here? They're based here. Okay. Yeah, they would have to be focused in Amsterdam. That's the second air fleet. There is one here. I think Amsterdam is out of reach for them. No, it's not actually. Okay. So we could use these. The first and the second. And we have these, they are pretty low, so I'm not going to use them. We could use these, but we need air bases closer. It would really help if we could capture an air base somewhere. Maybe I should fly out these weak close air support wings. Then we have another close air support wing here. These naval bombers are we can probably use them for something better. And then we have interceptors that aren't tasked with any mission right now. And we have some heavy fighters that aren't tasked. And an individual flight or squadron of naval bombers. Okay. How do I best arrange these lanes? Okay, so close air support can actually reach Amsterdam from HoI3. That means I can rebase my close air support from Frankfurt to HoI3. The weaker air fleet of interceptors, the fifth one, will be reserved on reserve duty. And the stronger one will provide air superiority around Amsterdam. These medium bombers are they now flying into Amsterdam and going to go and die? I hope not. Unpause the game. Let's see. I get them to fly there. Okay. I'll set these on a day mission so they can hopefully repair a little bit overnight. So we have one wing of medium bombers attacking here. We have more medium bombers here. We only have 3 air fleets of medium bombers. Looks like that's the case. The weaker 2 wings or air fleets will be reserved, and the stronger 2 will ground attack. Around Amsterdam. We have a base here. 8 units. 8 units are based here. I think we should stop convoy raiding, and instead we should use these naval bombers for additional ground attacks around Amsterdam. See if we can focus it really just in the adjacent provinces. Let's rebase one air fleet of naval bombers. We should reinforce this province soon with 2 divisions. We're definitely having some problems here. They're bombing Amsterdam. And that's a lot of brigades. See again, that's 3 support brigades, 12 infantry brigades, 1 infantry tank battalion, and 1 motorized support brigade. Yeah, we need to surround. So what we need is this province here. We need Gouda and Utrecht, and then we can we have something to work with. So here we have broken through. Basically, we have what we always wanted. We have achieved. We have broken through the Allied defenses, and we're unopposed now in at least 2 adjacent provinces. I believe these divisions won't be too strong. And we really have to decide what we're going to do. Do we race ahead and risk getting cut off once the once the French manage to pull in some additional divisions. What is our plan? We'll see if we can finally destroy this Dutch infantry division. Unfortunately, our additional infantry is still on the way. It will take a while. Maybe we should try to get this airbase. My intuition says we should pursue only one part of Schneckedrei, which is to cut off the reinforcements, create a long front. I'm reluctant to race towards Paris when I don't have anything to reinforce my push with. But maybe it would be good to keep taking provinces surrounding Brussels, so we can eventually take Brussels. I think that might be helpful in the long run. Not quite sure what to do here. It looks like we are pushing the allies out here of Breda. Maybe we can finish off a pocket here. Fourth Infantry Division has finished the attack. These two infantry divisions, I think we should have to move over. I'm not sure, or should we? Who do they belong to? Fourth Army. Oh, I see. Got some additional infantry that I can move in. I'll move this 164th Infantry to turnout, and then they will support this attack here. They might run out of steam. Well, hopefully we still have some time. I'll use this division in the meantime. Let's see if I can counterattack here. Help out my divisions in the Tuve. This one would just be moving over. Well, I guess then you should move over. How are the bombings going? We are being bombed. I don't know if that works really the way I intend it to work. Unfortunately, I have to cut my streams short because of real life. So we'll finish these problems next time. But I think we have developed an idea here. I want to thank everybody who stopped by, and we'll see each other soon. Take care.